Welcome to Japan! Welcome to part 3 of Sonic the Game Ground. Sorry. Welcome to part 3 of the Game Ground commentary. And we're still going through the Japanese desert. And as you saw in the opening, I am using the level select. There is absolutely no way I'm gonna beat the rest of this game with only 10 characters. I'm gonna keep my party of 20, dang it. I mean, do you see how many sandworms act like wizrobes are right here? There is no way I'm gonna fight this as only a few characters. Even though I already had, what would you call this character? Rocketman X6? Yeah, that sounds about right. Rocketman X6. Then again, that sounds way too similar to Mega Man X6, which is actually a good game. I'll explain why Mega Man X6 is a good game, despite how much Clement and Johnny hate it. But, you know. Again, though, there's more to Same Fish. There isn't really nothing to talk about this game. But I probably could tell you a bit of the plot line. It doesn't really mention it anywhere, but I don't even have the instruction manual. But basically, here is the storyline of this game. Apparently, the storyline is there's this big robot army that's being guarded by all these different regions of people, and apparently this system has made these people and robots go berserk. So what we have to do is we have to use this army of 20 to defeat armies from 5 different locations in the world in order to save the computer system and everything else in between. That's really the best I can get out of the plot line without even having to read the manual or whatever. I don't have a manual in this game, so again, I'm pretty much lost. If anybody actually knows the storyline of this game, please let me know. Also, I figured out a lot of the sound effects were taken out when the arcade version was released. Like, when the arcade version was released, the title screen had, like, if you notice, the title screen had a bit of a static effect. This version takes that out. I'm guessing Sega knows how to not put ear raping into their games, because Nintendo used to do a lot of that back in the day. Like, does anybody remember when Nintendo always had an annoying sound effect? Hey, listen! No, not Navi. Not Navi. I don't even really care that much about Zelda 64's annoying sound effects. Although, Navi can get a bit annoying if you play Zelda 64 a bit too much. Awesome tornado attack, by the way. I didn't even notice I would be able to nail that off on the first try. I didn't even strategically plan that out. That was just out of the blue. I'd probably say the most annoying Nintendo sound effect is probably Dr. Wily's, UFO. And I don't mean like, what game am I thinking of? I'm not gonna say it's similar to the Mega Man 3 to 6 UFO. I would say more like the one in the original Rockman is terrible. Rockman 2, however, some people have found annoying. I remember Josh Radham's username Bicked Up on a Bus. I don't remember what part of the Mega Man 9 with Proto Man commentary it was, but I think, let me see if I can quote him. Annoying siren sound, which can be pretty ear-raping if you have your volume up like I did. No, which can really hurt your ears if you had it up like I did. Get your facts straight, Moria. You don't know how to quote right. I cannot even imitate Joshua that good. When I was younger, I could, but not now. You know, I might take a job in voice acting, though. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff. I've done, I've done music, I've done gaming, I've done visual acting, I've done journalism. Voice acting is right in there for me. I've done more than just those, but those are the basics. Voice acting, however, is something I'm used to. Does anybody remember when I did the contest entry for episode 17 of of Super Family Guy RPG, and sadly I didn't win. But then again, it wouldn't have really. I don't know if it really would have mattered, only because the show got canned. But I still remember what I said. It's time to duel, you sexy trio hover. Oh, Gino, why are you trying to hurt me? We have an agreement. My golden spike shall break the bond that we have. The golden spike is supposedly the Millennium Rod when I mentioned that, but yeah, it's never mentioned anywhere else, unless if you find it in this commentary. So you get a bit of a backstory as to why I did the "It's time to duel" reference. I like to do Yu-Gi-Oh! References in my Super Family Guy RPG. I like to do Yu-Gi-Oh! References in my game round. It's too fun. Also, for some odd reason, I always found those red-haired characters that are in the hole, I always found them to be like, Sega Genesis overhead view replicas of, what's the guy's name? Bill Lance? Or some kind of name similar to that. It sort of reminds me of either him from Bill from the Contra series, or Guile from Street Fighter. I don't know why, it's just the design. Also, I have a feeling that, quoting the AVGN, what's up with his feet? It's as if he's constantly running. Well, alright, that was a paraphrase. It's more of a paraphrase. It can't be a quote, because that's not how the AVGN sounds. Keep in mind, I'm doing this commentary when I just woke up, so pardon me for being a stuttering person. Quote Clement, I am a stutterer. Again, there really isn't anything to talk about. I'm sorry. I'm not used to not talking about things, but it gets boring when you're watching a shooter game that's pretty much just the same thing over and over again. I mean, think of it. That's all this game really is. It's just repetitiveness. It's just more guns, more enemies, more bullets, same characters. Get to the exit, and the stage is over. There really isn't anything more to say about this game. I'm sorry. Now this map can actually be a bit annoying. You see those two gray bars that are in the center of the stage? And I don't mean the little white bridge bar, I mean like the two, bars of, what are those, rocks or sand or whatever? You have to be careful when on your feet with those, because it is a bit hard to, strategically plan out how you're supposed to, oh god, it died. What you're supposedly supposed to do here is you're supposed to use Gilius Thunderhead or whatever kind of spear or bow character you have, because those front characters shoot a duck ton of damage, or at least not a duck ton of damage, a duck ton of bullets. And if you don't know how this partner system thing works right here, if your character for some reason dies, you can somewhat bring them back to life by passing by them, having them follow you to the exit, and if you get to the exit, then they're saved. You'll be able to use them in the next stage. That way you don't 100% lose them, that way they're not totally dead. And trust me, by the time we reach level 49, we will be needing that. Although, trust me, level 49 is a bit of a pain. We'll get to that in part 4. Level 49 is probably one of the worst of the stages just to deal with this in. Oh, Christ. And, oh crap, my internet connection went down. What time are we at? 936, 7, 8. Okay, alright. I'm watching this off of Virtual DJ. I'm not watching this off the internet. I'm joking around. I don't have a Roz channel. And that's actually probably a good thing. Because, Like, I don't want to even bother having a channel for the RAWs. That's why I made a Facebook group to show all the RAWs of the videos that we're doing group commentary with. The first playthrough that I'm gonna be doing group commentary with, that'll feature like Amber Levine, or Terry Sidney, or Shadia Elisgar, Gable Polino, or even Doug Young II. The first commentary that'll feature in either of them will be definitely Super Mario 2 USA. Yeah, I might just even call it Super Mario USA just for fishes and giggles, because that's what it's called in Japan. If you ever got the Super Mario collection, or if you got the Game Boy Advance Super Mario Advance in Japan, it's called Super Mario USA. In fact, they even say it funny too. Super Mario USA! Best line of dialogue in any Mario game select. All they needed now is the Mario 64 level select. They wah 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 wah. Let it go. I'm sorry, I just can't imitate Mario right now. I am tired. But you know, I like to add humor into my commentaries. I like to do what I can. Even if I do sound a bit bland, I know somebody finds me interesting. And hey, that's a good thing, isn't it? Actually, speaking of my internet connection, sorry to have to do a non sequitur, but speaking of my internet connection is not working at all at the time of this recording. What's today? Today is May 27th. And, I figured my internet connection went down, it went down like at 12:20 something, yeah, like 12, I think it was like 12:24, 12:32 or something, sometime around then. I was talking with my friend Allie about, how many days of school we had left. We have only about like 15 days of school left at the time of this recording. Like, here's how my schedule is. I have Monday off, obviously, because of Veterans Day, and then I have what are the days? Not Veterans Day, Memorial Day. Sorry, I didn't have the 28th through June 1 for this week. Then after that is June 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 is when we begin finals. The 8th is graduation. I don't know if we're supposed to go in that day, but I'm gonna count it anyways, just in case we do have to go in. The next day that I end up having to go to school will be it'll definitely be June 11 to 15. That's a full week. 3 days of finals, 11, 12, 13. 14th we do nothing. 15 is the Six Flags trip, but I'm not going to bother with it. And then the 18th, which is a Monday, is when we finish school. And I questioned, why the heck are we finishing school on a Monday? Hopefully that'll be explained. Nevertheless, here is the boss. There's actually two bosses this time. Basically, just do what I'm doing. Stay in the back until you actually have to go and fight the upper enemies. Use Rocket Man and constantly just keep shooting. That's all I have to do. Fastest way to beat this boss. I don't know how much shots these guys take. I'm not really counting. But yeah, this and the fireball shot will definitely come in handy in this battle. But if you want to complete it at a quick pace, then I, again, recommend that you use Rocket Man. And as I'm counting this, I'm actually taking a look at how many shots I'm giving this thing. Currently we're at 8 shots, 9 shots, 10. Please kill it at 10. No, it's not killing it at 10. Ah, Christ. How much can these guys take? Okay, 13 shots. 13 or 14 shots. Okay, that's good. Okay, Rocket Man, you can stop shooting now. You already beat the boss. Just shoot the overhead men. Oh yeah, funny enough, you could kill those guys on top. However, I don't bother doing that only because I want to show you the right way to do it. I want to show you the bad bass way to do it. Yes, bad bass. I refuse to swear. So, basically, you know, many people might wonder, why do I use censorship? Well, back in 2009, I had a New Year's resolution saying, like, hey, I will never swear again. So, what swears have I decided to censor? Well, I decided to censor every one of them. The only one that I can use is the term damn, and that's only because damn isn't really a swear. It really isn't. But I'll get to how I censor my swearing in part 4. So, that's a good way to keep you on point. That's a good way to close you in for next episode. So, stay tuned for part 4 where I tell you why I censor all my swears.